welcome to NewCrop, powered by NASSCOM's 10,000 Startups. We're your final destination for all things startup. In our segment Back to Classroom, today we have Vinayak, Senior Vice President of NTT Data, sharing some tips with startups.
This is something that I have coined, management through least constraint. The idea came from this conundrum that any growing company has or startup has, is as you grow, you need to do this balancing act between letting your employees do free thinking while still maintaining a hierarchy and order through the company. As you grow, you have to do that. So how do you really do it? Right? It's difficult. It's difficult because when you are a 3-person or 2-person or 1-person company, you're free to think about, there are no constraints, right? And that's why startups are so successful in coming up and executing new ideas, because there are no constraints. However, you are a year into it, you have 20 employees, maybe 30, growing to 100. There are roles and responsibilities for everyone. And yet, you don't want to stop that flow of new ideas, because the moment you stop that, you stop being a startup. And you just don't have that culture of reinventing and meeting the needs out there. You become a corporate. You tell a person, hey, this is what your targets are. This is what you do. You know what you do. You need to keep a client happy. You need to generate this much revenue. You need to get this much profitability. Whether you take your people out for an outing or not, or whether you need a new laptop, it's your choice. If you think that that's going to get you more towards your goal, it's your business. Yeah. So bringing the business sense to grassroots and not going into things like your operations and your management and your marketing. I mean, you need to have all of those, but the goal should be business. So that's what my theory of least constraint is, that you still have order, you still have alignment through the company, but you don't have these extra controls. And if you do that, I believe you can grow your company successfully without stopping your people to constantly think and bring in innovative ways of getting towards the goal. So you don't want your company all of a sudden to go from agile, fun, where people are constantly coming with ideas, having arguments, having all nights outers, without telling them to a company where people are timing themselves and saying, I am coming here because it's my job, right? So don't do that. Don't go out there and don't start reading all these manuals on how to organize a company, because those are necessarily for, I would say, yesterday's company. I mean, today's companies and the startups should grow up with a flavor of startup. Be true to what you started out with. You started out to change something, to disrupt, to change the world. Yeah, get that feeling in everyone. Because if people think that they are with you in this mission, then it's not a job. That's the do. I mean, if you can bring that sense in every employee in your company, in your organization, don't even call it a company, right? It's a group of people trying to change the world, right? I'm telling you, I've seen this. I have those folks who worked with me in those hairy days, like 12 years ago when we had just started. They're still with me. No one has moved out. It's a family. So that's the do. Don't is, you can go out and you can read a lot of management books, and that's all good. But you don't necessarily have to follow every one of them.